store, man. Nobody calls Han Solo a bitch.
Bring him on. I prefer a straight fight to all this sneaking around.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
Oh, come on, bro. It's the wars.
All right, so we've entered week 7 in our finale week of the Book of Boba Fett, and after a 2-week hiatus, we finally returned to our title character. This is The Wars and More. I'm Joe. Of course, with me is my good buddy Doug. Hey, Doug, how you doing this week?
Doing pretty good, Joe. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. We're finally back to Boba Fett.
Right? Yeah. He was in the last episode, just didn't say much.
Anything.
Exactly.
Anything. But before we dive into the Book of Boba Fett, some other big news. We've been kind of wondering.
Oh, yeah.
So, Obi-Wan Kenobi. New poster out today with a release date.
Yes.
So, May 25th.
Gotta say, I kind of like this date.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's the original release date of episode 4.
Ah, nice.
Yes.
Wow. Really going for effect there.
Well, why not?
Speaking of effect, I was looking at this poster,
Yeah.
and I'm like, does Obi-Wan not know how to live in the desert? Like,
Well, what I took note of is looks like he's got the lightsaber out. It's like, aren't you kind of supposed to be keeping a low profile there, dude?
yeah, I didn't even really think of that. Yeah, he should be keeping a low profile, but yeah,
Right.
no, lightsaber out. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, lightsaber seems like a red flag, right? Like,
Exactly.
seems like you pull that thing out, someone's going, oh, there's a Jedi here.
Exactly. That's my thought.
Here you got Inquisitors roaming all over the place.
Right. I guess, my guess is that maybe he just got done battling one of those guys.
It could be. I must say, not just because of the Inquisitor, but Tatooine seems to be much more busy and much more inhabited than I had ever thought.
Yeah. Yes. After Book of Boba Fett, and then now what's going to be happening with Obi-Wan, whatever that is.
Right. Primarily because of the Book of Boba Fett.
Right.
A lot of that just doesn't look like new development to me. Like, seems like it was a pretty bustling place.
Not so much what Luke described it as, right?
Yeah.
If there's a bright center of the universe or planet furthest from.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of transport ships for places.
They must have an excellent, tourism department. Come visit Tatooine, sunny Tatooine. We got 2.
Yep. If you look out the window on the right, you'll see sand.
Exactly.
So, yeah. But all in all, I mean, it's exciting. This is the one we've been waiting for.
Absolutely.
Not exactly the one I expected first, to be completely honest.
I think things have been leaning that way, actually.
They've seemed to be leaning that way recently, but Andor seemed to be off to a much faster start.
Right. I got a feeling that show's going to be, what's the best way to put it? Maybe a longer run or
Well, I've already seen it rumored that Andor's already been renewed for a season 2.
Don't you love that? We don't even know how season 1's going, but
yeah,
season 2 for sure.
Like, we don't even know if the first one sucks. Like,
exactly.
Which I gotta say, that just builds expectation even more, right? Like, if there is a season 2 already in the works.
Yep.
The Disney Plus series have already been immensely successful.
Yes.
I mean, the Book of Boba Fett's probably faced the harshest criticism so far.
I would say, yeah.
But all in all, it's also pretty successful.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I think we had the most criticism about the Bad Batch, and we thought that was really good.
Yeah.
So,
You know, any criticisms we have of Star Wars is kind of like, still Star Wars.
Right.
It's better than anything else on.
it's true.
That's it's always my gauge.
It's true. I mean, but yeah, Kenobi's definitely the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to lie, I kind of expected a trailer for something with Boba Fett wrapping up, especially with the way they had done the Book of Boba Fett with that post-credit scene in The Mandalorian.
Right.
So I expected to be honest, I expected a trailer.
Yeah.
Immediately following the finale for the Book of Boba Fett for either Andor or Kenobi or another Bad Batch season, something.
Right.
But we got a poster, which not bad. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
it gives us our next destination, right?
Yes.
This is where we're headed next, presumably.
Yes, for sure.
With everything on the slate, we might even see something before then. I don't know. Because there's been rumors of a second season of The Bad Batch. Nothing confirmed as far as I know.
Yeah, I can't say it's confirmed, but from everything I've been hearing, yes, that's happening. So I would guess that we're going to see that pretty soon. We could even see second season of The Bad Batch before Kenobi, and they're just not marketing it as heavily.
Well, maybe they feel they don't have to, right? Like
it's a different audience, really.
The animation crowd's going to show up.
Yes, it's kind of what I'm getting at there.
Yeah, the animation crowd's going to show up regardless. So, but trailer. I mean, any guesses? Like, are we going to see a trailer for Obi-Wan, or are they just going to leave this one?
Oh, I'm sure we'll get one. I mean, there's opportunities.
Because I mean, they're saying, once again, they're saying limited series. That's their
right.
I mean, we're looking at what, probably 3 or 4 episodes.
I'm thinking yes, 4.
Because if 7 episodes or 8 episodes is a series, I just assume a limited series is probably half of that.
Oh, I actually had no idea. There's a difference. Okay.
Have they been calling The Mandalorian or the Book of Boba Fett a limited series?
Well, I mean, limited, the way I took it was meaning like miniseries, right? There's not going to be a season 2 for Obi-Wan. We're pretty sure on that.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. We could see a trailer. I mean, could be a Super Bowl thing. I like that.
Well, the Super Bowl would make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the obvious time to, if you got something big,
right?
The Super Bowl's a perfect time for you to spend an exorbitant amount of money to let people know you got a big thing coming.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess Disney's not going to want to be outdone by Amazon since they're going to have the Lord of the Rings trailer.
Oh, yeah.
At the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, the Lord of the Rings, I say not to be outdone, but they put out a little poster, a little mini clip that the trailer date was actually revealed in Elvish.
Oh, really?
So you had to translate.
Nice.
I just went to the comments.
I was gonna say that is not in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, me either. I really like Lord of the Rings, but
Yeah, I don't speak that.
yeah, I don't speak that. I just looked at it, I was like, yeah, what's these squigglies mean?
Exactly.
I'll go to the comments to translate.
That's funny.
And it's funny because, I read through the comments, and when you get down to like the fourth or fifth person that says, oh, it's Super Bowl Sunday, they were just looking at the ones before it. They just recommented it to make it seem like they knew what the hell they were talking about.
Exactly. Because, yeah, that's what I would do. That's got to try and make yourself sound smart somehow.
Yeah, but I just laugh. Like if you're the 300th comment, you did not come here and comment without looking at the comments. Like,
right. Yeah, very true.
Like they should have a prize. Congratulations, you are the 700th person to tell us that.
Yeah.
So. I kid. So yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I can't wait. I don't know. That's the one that we're really looking for, I think, because, I mean, I think that one's going to hit on all the trilogies as far as, hitting fandom.
Two of them.
Well, okay.
How dismissive of you, Doug?
Well, I'm just saying. It's easy to forget some. Sorry.
Well, the ones that matter.
I'm not wrong about that. Just,
But yeah, it's definitely going to hit on those first two, and that's going to be.
Yeah, I think they're gonna hit a wide range of the fan base there. So,
I mean, it would be consistent with the other two Disney Plus shows. I mean,
yeah,
because both they've definitely reshifted their focus, right? Like they were like the Rise of Skywalker. This was the start of a new era. They're capping it off. They're looking at a new era of Star Wars. And ever since then, we've been,
this is what we call learning from our mistakes.
Like, we're going to go right back to right before all this and bring in all the stuff from before that.
Right. That, that's got a lot to do with, stuff that people are curious about, I don't know. They've got to be noticing this is kind of what fans are looking for. I mean, otherwise they wouldn't do it.
Right.
So there's a business aspect to this, and when they see popularity of certain things, it's like, oh yeah, we got to go with that. So,
yeah.
But yeah, again, can't wait. It'll be good, I'm sure.
I mean, it's definitely a good idea to have an anchor point, right? Like,
yeah,
you have an anchor point in the original trilogy or the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy and move into the new era. Like, but that's the one thing the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett have done is they've established home base, right?
True.
Home base was the familiar. And now we're going to go off and tell these stories that are different from that, but they're anchored in this.
Yes.
Which is one thing I felt that the sequel trilogy kind of lacked. They didn't establish what came before as home base. And we're going from there.
Right. No, that's true.
They established it as, we're in this new era. We're going to give you nods to the stuff that happened before.
Yeah, maybe. If you're lucky. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited for Obi-Wan. That's the one thing that when they announced it, I thought, oh, this is gonna be good. So that's where I'm at.
Yep. No, we don't have too long to wait.
Right.
So.
It's getting exciting again.
Yeah.
You not excited, Joe?
Sure. I mean, I think where we're at right now has been exciting.
Oh, it certainly has. All I'm saying is Obi-Wan is something that's going to I don't know. It's going to make a lot of fans happy. That's all.
Or really pissed off. I mean, let's not.
Well, okay. There is that. I'm being optimistic, you know?
Okay.
You know, I would hope this is going to be good. Just saying.
I mean, I just hope that it's Obi-Wan Kenobi and we don't spend half of it with the Mandalorian. You know, like it just
right. I found another Jedi.
Episode 2 is like, what the hell's Din Djarin doing here?
I found another Jedi. Here, take this kid.
Hey, we're finding out why Din Djarin doesn't know anything about the Night of a Thousand Tears.
Right.
He's over here screwing around on Tatooine.
Yes. That's hilarious.
This is why he can speak to Tuskens.
That would be funny. I mean,
would it though?
It would be. I mean, funny, but sad.
Oh yeah, I see a closer up shot of the Kenobi poster here. That's definitely a lightsaber in his hand.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was thinking. It's like, man, you don't need to be flashing that thing all over the place.
Yeah, you don't need to be going around. Hey, what are you doing here?
Exactly.
The hell is that, dude?
Right. It's funny because, you know, that's kind of like getting into Boba Fett here, but Din Djarin seems to be okay with just using that darksaber all over the place too. It's like, dude.
Yeah, but I mean,
someone might ask questions.
Yeah, but he's not in a time where like Jedi are being hunted down. Like,
true. Good point.
And no one knows what a darksaber is. He pulls that out. No one's like, whoa, what's that, man? Where'd you get that?
Right.
Oh, you better have won that. Bad luck if you didn't.
Right.
All right. The Book of Boba Fett.
Yes.
The finale
has come to a climax. What'd you think?
Well,
You're gonna ask you first. How's that?
I enjoyed it.
Right.
It was nice to get back to our title character.
Right.
I gotta say, if there's any criticism I have of this show, it's like, man, 2 episodes away from the main character in a 7-episode season. Yeah, it's a little tough.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I didn't have a problem with it because the story was good. You know, the Mandalorian part of the story. I just, right. You know, and it's clearly setting us up for season 3 of Mandalorian.
Yeah. All right. So I guess I'll get my gripe out of the way first.
Lay it on me, Joe. I've been waiting.
All right. So Grogu going with Luke Skywalker.
Right.
And this is kind of a combination gripe, right? Like this is the final episode of the season 2 of The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett combined.
Okay.
Man, I never thought I would think using something as a mechanism to bring Luke Skywalker in was pointless. That was it.
Pointless?
Yes.
I don't know if I'd go with pointless. I see where you're coming from, but I don't know if I call it pointless.
Okay, what was the point then?
Well, I mean, you're gonna hate this. We have to try out this technology to see if it's going to work for our Luke Skywalker series.
Okay. I mean, all right. From that perspective, sure.
Right.
What was the point for the story? That was flimsy at best. You needed that to show the bond between them. You needed to use Luke Skywalker
to show the bond between Grogu and Mando.
And then, yeah.
I don't know if that's. I don't know. I mean, it works, you know. It got the oohs and ahs from my wife, that's for sure. You know, she thought it was very cute, so there was a lot of going for cute.
Did you need Luke Skywalker to convey that point?
It gave Din Djarin a quest for
2 weeks.
Last season. You know, he was trying to find the Jedi.
Right. A lot of good that did.
Well,
I don't know. I just, man, that's. I thought that was kind of weak.
Okay.
All right. It seemed like a flimsy reason to bring Luke in. Well, like they really wanted to bring Luke Skywalker in, so here's our excuse.
Any reason to bring in Luke is okay with me.
I thought you'd say that.
Yes. Of course I'm going to say that.
I can tell you this. Luke Skywalker in the future is going to be like, people are going to seek him out. Like, he needs training. And he's like, I'm not going to fall for this shit again.
Right.
Like I had my last student for like 40 minutes.
Wanted to go back with his buddy. Yeah.
Luke. And, while Luke was all stuck on tradition and stuff, Luke was too old to begin the training at like 20, dude. Like,
right. True statement.
Grogu's 50.
Yes. Yes, he is.
I mean, granted, he already had begun his training, but so yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it felt a little flimsy to me.
Well, okay. I don't know. Being able to see Luke in that era was amazing to me. So,
well, it's cool.
Yeah.
To see Luke, I'm not complaining about getting to see Luke Skywalker. I'm just, I didn't like the briefness of it. Like, not necessarily the briefness of his appearance, because I expected that Luke wasn't going to be sticking around.
Right.
But the briefness of his involvement. Because now there's not even a perceived involvement from Luke Skywalker going forward at this moment.
Right. He's doing his own thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
So, like, and the other thing is, like, they didn't even drag that out.
Well, I don't know if they had time to.
And the other thing is it almost seems like, oh, man, we wrote our moneymaker out of the show. Our biggest merchandising ploy we've ever come up with, and we just wrote him out.
Oh, Grogu?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think that was planned, right? There's no doubt in my mind that was planned. He was coming back. For sure. I don't think he was ever meant to, be gone for that long. At least as far as the Mandalorian was concerned.
Right. All right. Oh, yeah. I'm just lacking a little bit of purpose here.
Well, hey.
So, all right. The rest.
Yes.
Where do we want to start with the rest? What what stood out to you?
Well, a character that like seemed to be there just to like go away. Cad Bane. To me,
Well,
that one, I was left feeling a little bit like, could have been more to that, you know?
I think with this they needed a villain, right? Like the Pikes, while they're a villain, I think they wanted a face.
Yeah, okay.
I'm with you. I would have liked to have seen a little more involvement out of him as the face of your bad guys.
Right.
So a little more involvement with him in the final confrontation would have been much better. Not to walk in when the fighting's pretty much done to die.
Exactly. Now, I
Now that tells me that, remember we talked about this seems like some unfinished business on, for Dave
right. Yeah.
with the Clone Wars and
Yes. I would say that still holds true.
yeah, it definitely seems like an unfinished business kind of cameo.
Right.
Like we were supposed to have this character meet his end. Here it is.
Exactly. Yeah. Here it is. Which, I got the whole idea of how, how Boba Fett took him out, goes back to the whole Tusken training and all, but it was kind of, I mean, Boba Fett got beat in that duel. That was hands down.
Yeah, Cad Bane couldn't stop talking.
There's that too. Yes.
Couldn't stop talking. Could have just finished it.
Right.
But then Boba Fett went and used the Force and
Used the Force.
calmed himself. And
Yes. Use the Force.
tell me it didn't look like that was exactly what he did.
It-
Closed his eyes, like calmed himself, centered himself,
Right.
and got out of it.
Yes. It did look that way. It was, yeah, a little on the goofy side, but when we saw Cad Bane last episode, I was like, ooh, okay, this is going to be good. And it was like, I was left feeling a little lackluster there for that character. I was hoping for a little more. Can't exactly, tell you exactly what I was looking for, but just a little more. Because Cad Bane is one of those characters that, has got this reputation. Yeah.
And I didn't think it was a reputation only for, duels at 50 paces. Like,
He was itching for that, wasn't he? I mean, twice in this episode, he's trying to lure Boba into a duel. It's like, come on. Aren't you supposed to be working here? You have a job, right? You're working for the Pikes?
yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, and then like I said, he wasn't there for the whole battle.
Right. Yeah, he's gone off somewhere.
I mean, the toothpick would have been a nice touch in this, but
Right.
they left that out.
Yeah, they certainly did.
Like I said, I don't think they would have been able to hold it, those prosthetics.
Yeah, right. That would have been a problem. But okay, so I don't know. Cad Bane would have liked to seen a little more, I guess. What were you glad that we got to see?
I was like glad that we got to see.
Yeah, what made you think, hey, that was cool.
Oh, I don't know. Like, I did think it was kind of cool. The Rancor.
Right?
I did think that was kind of awesome, even though I'm like, when the hell did he learn to ride this thing?
Yeah, we have to assume that there's been some time in between episodes, right?
So I guess he had to fill his time since he wasn't spending it in the back to tank.
Right?
It's like, oh, I need a new hobby.
It's kind of what it seems like. New hobby. Yeah.
I think the thing I was most excited to see and enjoyed the most was seeing Boba and Din fight side by side in that Mandalorian, jetpacks and like
Yes.
just gunslinging. Like, I thought that was awesome.
Very reminiscent of episode 3 of season 1 of The Mandalorian, which,
which was the real throwback to what we got to see in the Clone Wars.
Right.
The Mandalore episodes in the Clone Wars are some of my favorite.
Yes.
All the Death Watch episodes and stuff. Yeah, some of my favorite animated Star Wars was the Mandalorian stuff. It was just fun. The jetpack, seeing what those things could do.
Yeah.
So seeing that in live action was really fun.
Yeah, totally.
And seeing more of it than we got to see in the Mandalorian.
True.
These guys are really confident in their armor, though.
It's like they rely on it. It's like, we're just going to stand out here in the open and just start shooting. That blows me away too. It's like, you've got to like, even though you have this armor, it's like, it's last resort. You don't just put yourself out there and, there are gaps in the armor, right?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, and them getting knocked down, I'm like, man, I guess that makes sense with these projectiles hitting your head. You hear it tinging. I'm sure that ting sounds like hell inside your helmet. Like,
oh, sure.
So eventually it's going to ring your bell. But yeah, I that is probably my biggest complaint of their fighting style is this willingness to get hit.
Right. Yeah, I would agree. And
like, dude, you have a jetpack.
Right. I mean, I don't know how long the fuel lasts on those, but it's got to be pretty good, because that other episode of Mandalorian we were talking about, dude's flying alongside Mando at the end, and
right.
These guys flew for a minute and then, just staying there.
Oh, which I gotta say, Boba Fett's little move there with the droid, using the jetpack to move 10 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Where he swings around. Dude, one of the coolest live action movements we've seen out of a Mandalorian character.
Now,
right?
I like that as well, but it reminded me of the fight he was having with the woman with Bo-Katan when they were fighting in the bar, right? Because she used it to kind of walk
right
across the wall, and spin around and take him down, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It reminded me. It was reminiscent of that move, which both
that's
moves
the stuff I liked,
were cool.
which was very common in those Clone Wars episodes.
Right.
Those types of movements out of the Mandalorians was very common.
Yes.
So seeing it in live action, like we saw in that scene in the bar there, or the diner, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit of both. But yeah, very reminiscent of that. That's that stuff I really dig.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Like, I'd like to see more of that.
Yep. And seeing as how we are, I think they know. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the kind of stuff that's going to get people going. It's
oh yeah. When I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, yeah, cool!" Like
exactly.
Like, that was a sweet move. Like, that is the coolest way to move 10 feet.
Right. So what about those droids, man? They were like droidicas, but giant.
Yeah. What's her name called them out what they were.
Yes. Oh man, I told myself I was going to remember this.
Well, you were wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Scorpion droids? Scorpionic Annihilator droids.
There you go. Yes.
What was Scorpion about them? The feet?
I guess. I don't
Must
know.
be the feet. Because it didn't have a tail.
Right.
Didn't have pincers. So it had to be the feet.
Did have big blasters though.
Yeah. Did have big blasters. Yeah, they did just look like giant droid echoes.
Yes. With the shields, right? Which, I thought was a nice little nod to the prequels there.
Yeah, I guess they were prequel era manufacturing.
Right, it would seem. Yep.
I'm looking at the history of them. So yeah, I mean, I don't remember ever seeing them used.
They weren't. As far as I understand it, they were a concept to be used in like episode 2 or something, but they were not used.
Oh, they do like that stuff in this show.
Oh,
in
yes.
These shows.
Yeah, but can you blame
Like
them?
they've actually used concept art.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, literally.
Literally.
Well, no. That wasn't concept art. Well, oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah, it was. It
Yeah.
was Ralph McQuarrie concept art.
Yes.
It was a used concept, but
Right.
yeah, they like concept art so much they actually put concept art in there.
Yep. Right in the show. And broke it. But
One of the low points.
they have this well of stuff that they can pull from. You can't really blame them for going to it,
Oh, I mean, that's the thing about working on Star Wars with Lucasfilm and stuff. Like, you cannot say you don't have any ideas.
Exactly. Yes.
Like, they literally got rooms of this stuff.
Yes.
Like, so you could even just go to what Dave Filoni drew in the room at the round table for the Clone Wars.
Exactly.
Just go to Dave's bin of sketches.
Yeah, there would be nothing wrong with that because that's all. I'm sure anything he draws while he's at work is the property of Lucasfilm Limited. That's you think about it.
Yeah, I always was envious. Like, Dave Filoni can go to a work meeting and sit there and doodle.
Yeah, I know.
And they look over and go, oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I do it. They're like, seriously?
Yeah, I know. Are you not paying attention, Joe? Come on.
No.
Exactly. All the stuff you're saying is stupid. Yeah.
No, I'm drawing an X-Wing.
Yes.
I work in aviation. It's relevant.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, kind of.
Someday we're going to get here, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a visionary.
I can see the future. Yeah.
Someday you're going to look back and we should have went with Joe's ideas.
Right. Yeah.
Remember when he drew that X-Wing?
Of course, all your ideas would be owned by Disney. So, just saying.
Yeah. It's because they make it their business to buy other people's ideas.
Right. Right. Okay. So, Boba Fett.
Yeah.
The Rancor. You thought that was pretty cool?
Yeah, I mean, so I did feel like it went a little overboard,
Okay.
but at the same time I'm like, do you know who directed this episode?
I didn't catch it, to be honest. And
I wish I would have paid closer attention.
but there were things, okay? The Rancor, I'm watching this going, pick one of these dudes up, eat him. Come on. And it happened.
It happened.
Looked just like, you know, the
Gamorrean.
Gamorrean guard in Return of the Jedi getting eaten. And I have to say, who would have thought that a little fire would, you know, this thing is getting blasted by these droids, and a little fire from Cad Bane makes it run away.
Yeah. Fire! Whoa!
Yeah, whoa! Yeah, that's a little much there. Yeah. So that was a little strange to me, but you know.
Yeah, the fire was a little strange.
Yeah.
Okay, so Robert Rodriguez directed this one.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I was watching the Rancor thing, and I'm like, this is some definite Dave Filoni influence.
Right.
This is your Godzilla, King Kong,
Rampage. Yeah.
Yeah, Rampage. Yeah, I don't know that he's a Rampage fan, but
It just reminded me of that because, you know.
but he's definitely a huge Godzilla fan.
Yes, that's for sure.
So, like, I'm watching that, and I'm going, yeah, this makes sense that this is happening right now.
Right.
I did like Din showing up. He's like, oh, put your blasters away. You're scaring it. I'm going to go jump on its back.
Exactly.
Way to keep him calm.
Right.
Yeah, the second he jumped on his back, I was like, yep, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's going to ride this thing, you know. You almost wonder if he's trying. There's a little piece of me that was wondering if he was trying to force the what do you call it, the legend of, you know, the new Mandalore riding on the mythosaur thing, you know,
Right.
that he learned from the armorer.
Yeah.
I mean, could be, but you know, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, it was a definite, like, well, he did it.
Right.
Boba was riding it. No problem.
Yeah, no problem. Sure.
But I got to say, the Rancor looked good.
It did. And it was kind of funny. I have to say, it didn't even occur to me that's where Boba Fett was going. You know, we go get reinforcements. What? Yeah.
I mean, so my question is, did he sit there and he's like looking at the Slave One and the Rancor, and he's going back and forth like, which one do I grab?
Yeah.
This one's cooler.
This one's cool. Right. I want to strike fear into the hearts of my enemies. Yeah. Something like that. That's probably what he's thinking.
Yeah, I mean, it works, right? Like, ain't no one going to mess with you if you come riding in on a Rancor.
Exactly. Well, they tried to, but didn't work. You know.
They tried to, but they were backing up while trying.
Yes, for sure.
Like, I think we screwed up.
Yeah.
Yep, we screwed up.
Yeah. Yeah. Why didn't he even tell us he had a Rancor? That's
that's usually like, you know, if you're doing recon and you leave out the fact that the dude has and can ride a Rancor,
yeah,
you were not doing recon.
exactly.
So yeah, the Pikes failed at that.
For sure.
All right. Another thing that stood out to me. One,
Yeah.
Boba Fett sends Fennec Shand out to, you know, strike the command center, right?
Oh, right.
Command
Yeah.
and control.
Yeah, she's pretty much gone for the whole fight.
No, it's the whole fight.
You know, she had her own fight.
Right. But I like he says, can you get there in time? I can try. The answer was no.
Exactly. Because it was all over by the time she did that. Yes.
And not only that, but he got word back like, hey, we've been wiped out by a Rancor. And
Right. Yeah,
like,
I thought the same thing. That was a little, yeah.
So the answer was no. You can't make it in time.
Right.
It was still effective.
Yeah. What that whole scene demonstrated was Yes, she is a badass assassin.
You know what I thought of right there? You ever seen the movie Stripes?
It's been a long time, but yeah.
Do you remember the part where the dude's like, all I know is I finally get to kill somebody?
Yeah.
That's what I thought of right there when Fennec Shan got there. Like, she's been wanting to kill people this whole show.
This is true. Yeah.
And I gotta say, when she hung the mayor,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, damn.
Yes.
This is what we're doing now.
Yes, this is what we're doing now.
It's like, yep, here's the guy that is the non-combatant in the room. Ugh.
Right.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was wild. It's good. I liked it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
like I said, good assassin.
well, there ain't no doubt about that. I always like it when they do that too, where these guys are in the room talking and then you hear the blaster fire outside and it's real quick.
It's
Right.
effective. Yes.
And it's just enough for them to go, oh shit.
Yeah. Guards. Yeah. Where's my guards? Oh boy.
Yep, I'm in trouble.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely an exciting finish.
Right.
So I don't think the Pikes are going to be a problem on Tatooine anymore.
No, I don't think so either. So, I guess the, all of our questions being answered about Grogu was kind of like, you figured that was lackluster. Like
Yes.
okay. I have to say, that kind of right away put my wife at ease with the whole Grogu situation. Because at the end of last episode, her comment was, I don't like Luke Skywalker anymore. Because he gave Grogu the choice, right? And she's like, he's being mean. So when we saw Grogu right away, she's like, he chose Mando. Just putting that perspective out there because, there might be some other people that feel the same way.
So she thought it was mean that he put that choice out there?
Yes. Now, in this discussion, I went right to episode 5, and I'm like, hey, look what Yoda did. Luke had to make a choice. Friends are training, right?
Yeah.
So that didn't matter, though. You're being mean to Grogu. Can't do it. Can't.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Luke's being mean, but when Luke asked, sacrifice Han and Leia, if you believe in what
Yes.
they fight for.
If you believe.
Yes.
Exactly. So, yeah, I guess I just want to throw this different take out there because it's just kind of funny to me.
That is funny when you put it like that, because when he's like, if you believe in what they fight for, yes, he's basically saying, oh, look at you, big hero, you got to go save the day. They don't know what they're doing.
Exactly. But yes, making, and again, you said it earlier. He's 50 years old. Oh, you're being mean, making him choose?
He's 50.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not like Luke said, well, you better get an Uber.
Oh, right. Yeah. I've got R2. He can take you.
He got a taxi for him.
Yeah. A taxi.
Yeah, it's what R2 does now.
Yes. R2. Yeah. Come on. I'm in a hurry here. Oh, just hold your horses. You got to eat some worms. It's funny stuff.
I mean, I knew that was one of those, like, I knew that Luke was not in that X-Wing right away.
Yeah, for sure.
I knew that was Grogu by himself.
Right. There's no way they were going to bring Luke into this battle, right? Started off knowing there's going to be a battle, and Luke was not going to be part of that thing.
No.
So.
Yeah, there was no way that was going to happen.
Right.
One, that'd have been too easy.
Yeah. Yes, it would have.
I mean, if the Pikes are at all smart, they would have been like, lightsaber, deuces.
Yep. Out.
Oh, yeah. Anything else here? Obviously, post credits.
Oh yeah. Now I have to say, they were not subtle with this. I knew we were going to see something with the back to tank. The minute Boba said it's in use right now, it's like, there we go. That's what our post credits are going to be. But I wasn't sure who we were going to see. So, I got to say,
I thought it was going to be Chrysanthemum.
Yep.
Initially.
Now.
But then he shows up in the fade to black shot. So.
Right. So I have to say this. This was, I feel almost a little embarrassed about this. But so my TV's set like pretty far back, right, from where I'm sitting. So when I first saw this post-credit shot, I thought, oh my gosh, is that Omega in there? Because I just saw the like lighter hair, and it was like, I rewound it, got closer, and it was like, oh no, Cobb Vanth, gotcha.
Yeah.
So
Omega, huh?
Well, there's a lot of people wanting Omega to be in this, and clearly hasn't been the case. So,
I mean, one, I think it's a little too early for that, because here we're expecting a Bad Batch season 2.
Yeah.
And nothing says, hey, this character's going to make it just fine.
Like, yeah.
More than putting him in a show that's, 15 years after, 20 years after,
right.
30, right?
Yeah, you know what?
Probably about 30 years after.
My brain can't math right now. So, but yes, you are correct. It would be
right around 30 years,
yeah.
Just because it's the beginning of the Empire. So the Empire reigned for 30 years. So
right.
So yeah, I didn't think that looked like Omega, but
well, like I said, my TV was far away, so
yeah, I did have to do a double take and move back and look at it again,
right?
Because I was like, was that Cobb Vanth? He looked weird, so I had to go back and just do a double take,
right?
Because he did look a little strange in there.
Yeah,
and I think it was that hair was lighter, things like that.
Yeah,
but
so I would venture to guess that we have the Boba Fett's crew all celebrating after, and this Cobb Vanth post credit thing. Yeah, we're getting another season of this, I would say. So,
I'd say they're gonna do another season. It'll probably be half Cobb Vanth.
Right, I could see that. Yep. Which I gotta say, it doesn't bother me too much because,
weird saying that out loud, huh?
It is weird saying that out loud. I didn't think I was going to like this character, but I do.
Yeah, I do. I like the character a lot more than I thought I would.
Right.
Because the introduction of this character.
Yes. The introduction in Aftermath was like, what the heck is this? Yeah.
Yeah, that was just not a good book.
Exactly.
Books.
Right. Yeah, the whole series. Yes.
Yeah, Just not good. But yeah, I dig the character.
Yeah. I don't know. I will say the mods, they are growing on me, you know?
Well, yeah, I guess that's the other thing, right? Mod dude's in the room.
Oh, yeah, for
Cobb Vanth.
Cobb Vanth, yeah. Yeah.
He's going to get some modifications.
Yeah, he's going to get repaired. Yeah. Like maybe, I could see whole new right arm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, something's definitely getting fixed.
Right.
So he's definitely going to, a whole new right arm. So he's getting a Winter Soldier treatment.
Yeah. Yep. You nailed it.
Might as well go full Marvel since post-credit scenes are a thing.
Yes. That's true. That's a thing.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess, we'll take some time over this next week to mull everything over and maybe do like a short recap of the entire season.
Yep, we can do that.
Talk about our ups, downs, things like that next week.
Yeah.
Really let this digest, right? Get
Right.
another viewing in. Because, this was the climax episode. There's probably stuff we missed.
Right.
At least I hope so.
Yeah. I definitely think that there's stuff we just kind of skimmed over that, could warrant more discussion.
Yeah. So yeah, next week we'll do a recap of the entire season. And yeah. See if we come up with anything fresh out of all that. So
Right.
So, all right. Well, if you have anything to add to the conversation or to add to that for next week, you can always email us, show@warsandmore.com. It's the best way to get a hold of us. We're also on social media, at The Wars and More on Twitter, facebook.com/thewarsandmore, at The Wars and More on Instagram. You can find all that and all the ways to find the show over at thewarsandmore.com. Any final thoughts this week, Doug?
No, I think that about covers it.
All right. We will talk next week.